Oh, 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 oh.
Oh. Swimming upstream. I like that when they do that.
Only a big fish could swim against an immense current like this.
Don't like the grating, though. Ah, it's off. Cut off, I think. No! So what's happened is, where it's bouncing on the bottom, the point's been damaged, which happens out there. So then you haven't got good penetration with the hook. When you do hook a fish, the hook is only just in. That is gutting.
Do you know what? I don't normally get too upset when I lose a fish. I always think, oh, I'll get another bite. But when you know that bites are going to be very hard to come by, today when I lost that fish, I sort of felt like that might be our only chance. That could have been the big double I was waiting for. Wasn't to be. Gutted. For the remaining few hours, we swapped sides to give Bob a go on the more fruitful left area.
Whee, gotcha.
Oh, that is close, wasn't it? That'd have been as rare as seeing you score at Anfield, that.
But the day flew past with, unfortunately, no more pulls.
Ah, well, looks like we have missed out on the dream big barbel.
Dream big barbel, yeah. But personal best barbel, I've achieved.
Let's wind him in. On to the next one.
I really didn't fancy to catch anything, actually, and we ended up catching a few. So, proud that we caught on our first trip to a river that I've never fished before, but just didn't get that monster. But it sets it up. We can always come back. That's what fishing's all about.
But for myself, I'm a happy chappy. I've caught my first ever barbel and 2 species on this trip as well.
Since our barbel trip, the winter passed and spring had arrived. The reason for the wait?
This is funny.
I'd managed to secure exclusive permission to fish an untapped private water, one of many in the UK. This particular top-secret lake just happened to be owned by a good friend of mine. This venue is so far under the radar that even Bob couldn't know the details.
Brother.
What's happening? I'm very sorry to have to do this to you. Give me your phone.
Okay.
Give me your phone. Lovely. Now for the best bit. Batman. Think Batman. Come here.
Mate, honestly, I'm not a good, car sickness is gonna kick in, I think.
Come here. Okay, so can you definitely not see?
Mate, can't see.
Like, did you see
honestly, bruv.
Did you see that? Right, okay.
Honestly, you're definitely gonna have a bit of my porridge over the dashboard.
You definitely can't see, no? All right, no, just checking, because this is important. It's a sharp turn.
I'm really, really, really not enjoying this already.
But I was loving it. We had a long drive ahead of us to somewhere here in England. Location classified. We're going to somewhere very special, mate. It's a big mystery because I don't really know what's in it. Oh, yeah.
Mate.
You got this for about 2.5 hours. Actually, it was only a 40-minute drive. I was winding him up.
Listen, your van is going to absolutely stink if you carry on like this, mate. Honestly, I'm guaranteed.
How is it? We're on a straight road here.
Yeah, it's just not
badger. Honestly, massive badger.
I thought it was a little extreme, the distance I had to go with a blindfold on. To be honest, as soon as I put it on, I felt sick in the van as well. It just wasn't a nice feeling at all.
We've arrived, you know.
We're here. Can I take it off?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to come and help you out. Don't want you to walk into a tree.
Thank God that's over.
Don't be silly.
No, man, I'm not going to be silly. Wait there. Right, I'm going to guide you. We're going to go onto flat ground. That's it, mate. Just Walk steady. Nice, clean walk here.
Don't.
Nice, clean walk here. Sorry. Change your footing coming up. You're always to this feeling. Right, stop there. Mr. Zamora.
Mate, a carpy corner. It's more like the... What? Is there actually carp in here?
Not half, mate.
This secret lake appears to be a carp angler's dream. Margins, weedy areas, clear spots, and supposedly some very stunning carp. Only one man has info on it, and we've been told to keep his identity anonymous.
I got the lake about 10 years ago. Since I started fishing it, 100 plus good carp have come out of there. Good carp, pretty carp in good nick. Total number, we don't know. If we did, probably wouldn't tell you. The biggest one that's come out there is 40 plus. But if you ask me, I think there's fish in there that might be bigger. I've seen quite a few mystery shadows floating around in areas that are quite inaccessible, hard to get to. If I was going to give some advice, I'd say target snags, don't put too much bait in, sit on your rods, tight lines. You haven't got a lot of time when a fish does take it. I'm very lucky to have access to such a special water, and hopefully we can keep it a nice secret even after this video comes out.
Only one gentleman has been fishing this lake for 3 or 4 years. So it really is an unknown. What is actually in here, and that's the exciting part, you know, us being able to fish it hard for a few days and really see if there's something special in here.
I don't think the stock in here is that high. It won't be easy. Every bite is going to be exhilarating. And size, well, that's the whole magic of coming to somewhere mythical. You never know what's going to bite. God, look at that. So many options. I really don't know where to start, but it's very exciting. It was a very special venue that even comes with bankside quirks. For example, it has wood carvings all over the shop. Hang on a minute, they look familiar. We had 4 nights ahead of us with limited intel, therefore time was of the essence and rigs were top of the agenda.
Fluorocarbon D-rig, completely invisible. Needs to be as well in this gin clear water. And if they are a little bit spooky, this should do the job.
Bob was going for the same stealth D-rig on all rods, but with different coloured and flavoured high-attract hook bait. And I'd gone for 2 similar D-rigs and a spinner rig, which would sit the bait up just off the lake bed. Neither of us would be casting, as we needed pinpoint accuracy to find holes in the weed and to get some rods tight to the snags.
Have a look for some spots, find some clear areas, try and drop the rigs to start with by hand.
We were both looking for spots clear of weed, either right near the clear areas just off the bank.
Well, I'm going to put the first rod. Got a lot of stumps in that here. They come a long way out. And then there's a big shallow area just down there.
Perfect for presenting one of my hook baits.
Get the rig out.
I very gently placed it onto the clear spot. Bob did the same in his swim, which was about you sell boilies, particles and pellets to hopefully... We just hoped it wouldn't attract any unwanted species. We both repeated the process.
All 3 rods out, obviously very myself, so fingers crossed for the evening.
Ready to rumble. Hopefully we get to our mysteries. There's a chance on lakes like this that you get a quick bite, one of us gets a quick bite, and then that could spook the fish out. Virgin lakes before, and it's the opposite of what ourselves and get bite after bite, the fish move off as soon as there's danger in the area.
Just so excited on what we may catch.
We were setting our fishing mission high. The ultimate goal would be to catch it. Well, we're away. That was a... I don't think this is a carp.
Housing.
I'm guessing probably a tench.
More fish, though.
Tench. Well, we did say it was going to be... Need a landing there. Well, it's our first fish from the secret lake.
Fair play.
Well, our first fish. And it was a tinker. The Latin name for that tinker. A lovely species. I just hope we don't get bothered by them. We were at a secret lake somewhere in England. Even Bob didn't know where it was. Found carp, but so far all we'd caught was a tench. It's our first fish.
Oh, there you go. Brilliant. Yep. I think I'm dragging weed rather than a fish. I can see bubbles coming up from the bottom where it's... Yeah, I don't think there's a fish on here.
Are you sure it's not one of our friends with those cute little teddy bear eyes? What you got, Bob?
Sun, sea, sand. He told me it's a carp lake. He told me it's a carp lake.
Oh. 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 Was this our first carp?
He's in again.
I think I got another tench. Tinker number 2 for me. It was all around the gaff.
Not really what we wanted.
Oh, OK. It's like that, is it? Naughty, little so-and-so. A nightmare start. Where were these mysterious carp? Had we been given false intel? Rigs were refreshed in the hope we hadn't.
Plenty of weed everywhere, so you can feel it every now and then catching the weed.
Come on, Zamo. Guide it through the weed and snags. What was the mystery lake going to throw up this time? Yes, that's what we want. Nice one, son.
First, little carp. Nice. Get in there. £14 one. It's not going to beat my PB, but it's a start. Let's get you back.
We were finally off the carp mark. Hopefully we'd seen the back of the tench too. Now, I then had a bite that I was certain was a carp, but it got instantly snagged and I went out in the boat to try and free it, but to no avail. No fish on that. So I rig, snagged fish, gone through the trees. An hour later and Bob was in again. A mysterious another carp, and this now found the bait and were bullying the tench out the way.
And the branch as well. So, a mint little thing, so I'm over the moon with this. Excited to see what else we can catch.
Returned to the secret lake. The Dazzler was on back of the net. A carp hat-trick for Zamora. Only achievement and one more step closer to that £30 carp.